Hello, it's me, Ariza Gaming. Hope you're doing well, hope you're keeping cool. Hello, McDJ Cookies, Zarek, keep on wheeling. You're having a lovely Friday, I'm having a lovely Friday. Let's crack on. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do today. Let's try the game capture again, let's see if that actually works properly today. I suspect it might. No? No, I think we're okay. Alrighty, hello Ayla Avo, hope you're doing well. Yes, so we've got some gun palms growing. We've got this Metal Refinery producing the gold. I think putting the heat from the steel into this was a bit too much. And it may well actually be that we can't keep doing this forever either. What I want to do, because we're not necessarily going to need to keep making Tallow Gear Balm forever with this. I mean, we'll give it a go. But I think there's two things I want to do. One, I want to stop filling all of these liquid tanks with gunk. We want to get rid of the gunk. And the way to get rid of the gunk, apparently, is to boil it into petroleum and a little bit of sulfur. That seems like fun. I haven't done that yet, ever. Now, there is a way of doing it with the liquid tepidizer to transition a little bit of it at a time at the cost of fairly enormous amount of power. I don't think that's really what we want to do. I don't think we're generating quite that much power yet. I do want to dump some heat into... I do want to dump some heat to polluted brine for Tublias. That was funny. I've never seen that before. That was weird. So what I'm thinking is... This geyser we're obviously going to geotune, so we can get some bleach stone, and so that we can get the steam power from this, because that's going to be handy for our Bionic dupes. But there's a lot... Well, there's at least a little bit on the map anyways. So I'm thinking maybe what we do... Maybe what I do is I seal in a little bit of it here around these fissures. I could probably... Now, what would the way to do this be? Because we've got to get in... We're going to be getting in through here. This is sealed off. I could probably seal this bit down here outright. So let's do that. And then we could actually leave this in here and we could pump the rest of it into Tublias without issues. So I think that would be a good start. And we do actually have the access shaft going all the way down the map now. That's good. I'm going to actually make sure that we pick up a Bionic dupe soon and name them Yang M. So that we can actually get rid of the storage bin. And then... Oh god, what's happening here again? More ethanol gas. It's too much biodiesel. It's not getting pumped out. Right, I'm going to tell you to stop making gold for now then. This is... We're going to struggle to cool this down if the ethanol is in here boiling and everything. And some of the... Oh, a lot of the biodiesel has actually ended up in this liquid lock as well. That's no good. Can I sweep that? Let's see. Good timing. Let's have this just break immediately, right? Well, I'm thinking all the ethanol will eventually drift back over here and cool down, but not if there's a huge amount of it. How's the conveyor loader looking? Oh, the conveyor loader has too much gear balm in it. Okay. I think if we stop actively dumping heat in it, the issue should help resolve itself, but I'm kind of skeptical if I'm being really honest. There's a fair bit of biodiesel that's just crept over here, and this is actually heating up a lot now. We could put down some rubber tiles, just for now. The hubris of man. I dumped too much tallow in here too quickly. Perhaps what I should have done with this is I should have set this to a meter, so that we're not melting it all at once. Well, we can have a go. This is actually a vacuum now because of whatever's going on over here. Well, I'm not overly pleased about that. I think I will need to make sure this is completely sealed here, so just cut this off for now. So we can keep trying to cool this down. The good news is, ethanol boiling and condensing does technically delete heat, which will work in our favor in this case, so long as we can actually get it to condense a little bit. Wait, we got some water in here? Why do we get some water in here? Oh, the biodiesel is still flowing over. Oh, God. I mean, that water should freeze out into ice. I need to make sure that any liquefiables are going in here. So if we get any ice, it immediately leaves the room. I mean, so long as the dupes aren't idle, I'm okay with this. So we'll just try and get this working again for now. Oh my god, this is filling up with too much biodiesel. I think the tallow... Yeah, the tallow's melted and it's just pouring in here. That isn't actually letting any... Oh, that is letting out a little bit of ethanol gas. Well... That's not really ideal either, is it? Okay. I still want to do this, because I think I still ultimately want to insulate this area against any future gas breaches. And this is causing a lot of this stuff to overheat now. I can make you out of gold amalgam. That's not a problem. Keep doing that for a few things. The good news is this is cooling down in here. This ethanol is obviously very hot now. Missing oh, right, because we're replacing the thing. Okay, you can have improved gears. You can have advanced schematics. Then you can get the last construction booster. That's good. Fish, what are you doing? Why are the fish making noises now? Oh dear. What to do, what to do. Is the biodiesel trying to escape? It's practically almost succeeding. I mean, so long as we keep boiling and condensing the ethanol, it should be fine. But this is a lot of ethanol that's boiled now. Oh, right. Yeah, it's all the ethanol that's boiled. I don't think we're actually condensing any of it at this point.
I'm in a fish mood now. Fish has been established.
Fish mood?
Established, wasn't it?
Hello, Quantum Zari. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, let's have the fish on for a bit so I can hide my embarrassment. We'll have to go pick up the rest of this ethanol. That's actually already getting to the point where it's going to be a problem, so let's actually sweep that up quickly. It's all coming down here and dripping onto the trees. Okay, good. Good, 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 good. Yeah, it's not like we wanted to use the rubber for anything else, is it? Yeah, there's so much ethanol in here now. The temperature is just equilibrating too quickly. Well, how am I actually going to solve this? Well, first of all, let's sweep all of this stuff. Oh. Don't keep sweeping. I want you to empty these bottles. Yeah, empty that bottle. Oh, go to Bennett. What a start. What a start. Do I actually just have to let the ethanol escape? Or is it actually... Actually, it looks like... Let's go into temperature mode. Let's go in the state change temperature mode. So it should be... It looks like we are getting boiling and condensing, so heat is getting deleted, but that's going to take bloody ages. This tallow is going to keep melting in here as well. Oh dear. Right. Well, we're obviously not refining any metal while this is all going on. I would actually like to do something with that gas thing, but probably not at the moment. Right, this is all sealed up now, so I could start draining all of this polluted water, polluted brine. I think what I would like to do, we're in the Atmos suits. How about we actually come in... Ah, there's a squid. Okay, I kind of want to leave the squids alone, although you're actually okay at the moment. Basically, I don't want to come in here when the squids are protecting an egg. I think what I probably want to do, if I do it like this, then we can get in the room, but the squid can't leave. I think that's generally what we want to do. And then we'll actually just do a little... We'll do a little pumping session in here. Although, actually, I think what I'll do then is I'll just dig this bit out. And we'll pump it out of this bit. And then we can actually start pumping a lot of this polluted brine out of here. And then this can start erupting again. This is going to go active in 19 cycles. Okay. Yeah, do that for now. And then we can get in here. We can start planning around the infrastructure as well. It's going to erupt 8.8 kilograms per second. The eruption average is 4.78. So I think what we're going to want... We'll let the room fill up normally. I think 4 steam turbines should be sufficient. So let's just think about what that's going to look like. Because what we could do is we could put in the tiles. So there'll be a steam turbine up here. In fact, I could start putting these in here. So that's going to be what it looks like. It's going to be that wide. You can't get all the way through here for now. So that's okay. And then if I dig it like... Squid can probably come up that way. They're not currently aggressive. So maybe we just get in here and get them to build everything now. I'd like to get this going for power purposes as well. That being said, we have actually built up a fair amount of natural gas in here. What we need to do with that is we actually need to plug in the power wires to this now. I believe you've actually built the gas pipe. So, oh, there's one tile you haven't built. Okay, if you just dig that, then you should be able to build that. And then we can stop delivering canisters. And then the wire here is going to change and it's going to get connected up to one of these. But it's going to have to wait until we fix this. I realized we're just going to keep filling this tank with gunk for now, not really doing anything with it until later. I'm not super convinced any of that ethanol is actually... I think maybe what I'll do is I'll put a pipe up here and then I'll bring this back down here. And then maybe we'll make this pipe like that as well. And the other thing is, can I start running this a bit more frequently? Maybe. If we're not actually running the Metal Refinery, I'm going to just green this for now. Let's just actually keep running this. So what is the automation on this? Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. Right, do that. Hello, Charlie Kelly. Hope you're doing well. Our biodiesel thing exploded. We loaded in too much tallow at once and the biodiesel melted over the lip. That is probably something you shouldn't do. Nematrek can have power banking. Ooh, power banking. Fun. I'm going to have to make more power banks for a run then, aren't I? Let's make another 20 power banks, I think. I mean, that would be nice to do eventually. Looks like the polluted water is entering up the top here. That's okay. And then what I could do, I could just start sealing it down here. I reckon if we do it like... If we do it like that, we should be able to build this tile and seal it in before the squids can get in. What do you actually want again? Caviar. Okay, well, we're not going to do that for a while. And then there's this slot over here that I would like to load in. I could probably just get you to come in here and dig that for now. And again, I think that would prevent the squids from moving between areas. What I would like to do... Yeah, what I would like to do is hook up all of this polluted brine off the map. And we can tile these bits up eventually as well. And then we can just start pumping it into this bit. And that can be what we feed our Tublias with for now. And I think eventually we will actually make something a bit different than that. Oh, I'm going to need you to sweep this up again. Can you go ahead and do this? I don't want to lose any of the ethanol. You weren't supposed to... Oh, right. That's... Okay. Hold on. Let's load in a couple more segments from here. That will probably do, right? Yeah. I think that will eventually condense the ethanol gas, and that should eventually sort this out. Will it sort it out before we melt all that Tallow Gear Balm? I'm not sure. Let's actually turn this off. We have plenty of Tallow Gear Balm, so I'm not going to worry too much. Self-cooling ethanol aquatune. Not quite. Okay, this is working. So the reason that boiling condensing ethanol deletes heat is the gas has a heat capacity of 2.148. The liquid has a heat capacity of 2.46. So, at least theoretically speaking, this should eventually cool down this fully insulated room. I say fully insulated, it's not really fully insulated because these tiles are leaking out a load of heat. So that should probably... That probably needs to happen as well. Yeah, that's actually cooling down generally, so I think the rubber is doing an okay job on that. I'm going to properly insulate these ones because they're going to be in touch with the liquid lock. I really... Oh, God. Why did I do this again? I always do this. There's the big bottle of water. There it is. Empty. We made a real mess of things, haven't we? It's okay. We're not actually relying on this working correctly at the moment. And the good news is we can actually have it run continuously at the moment because we're not running the Metal Refinery. Well, I say that's good news. We're not running the Metal Refinery, so we're not really progressing anything. Well, I mean, they're doing other stuff, aren't they? Gives us time to set up this pump. I'll dig this as well. That can go. And then these tiles can all go. That's actually completely fine. Is it really an easier basis something isn't spilling over? Yeah. Exactly. This is actually sorting itself out. Also, the Tallow Gear Balm is cool, so it's going to help cool everything down. The main issue is I actually need to get it to the point where it, you know, freezes the biodiesel again. Otherwise, this room is just going to fill up with too much biodiesel. But yeah, I guess it's what we're doing on a Friday. We will get some Tublias done today, I promise. I guess there's no immediate urgency on looking at that bit. How about the power overlay? We're not wasting any power anymore, right? No, we're wasting 0 power now. That's good. Well, we wasted a little bit while we were hooking stuff up, but we're not wasting any at the moment. Right, you actually can't reach that. I think let's just do it. Let's just actually get this all built now and we'll seal it off. And I'll priority 9 all of this. In fact, I'll priority 9 all of this, because the squids at the moment seem to be happy. They do not currently seem to be protecting. So let's make the most of that opportunity and just go for it. The funny thing is, there is actually a little pocket down here that reminds me a lot of my infinite storages, but I don't think we're going to do anything with that. You're going to have to come up here again. That means it's probably going to be something like this. That's probably fine. Then you can let all of that out. You're the one that's actually in a dangerous mood, so maybe we'll actually... I still think that's fine, because I think we'll be able to evade the squid through this bit. Oh, there's actually some more polluted brine down here. Well, I'll go ahead and dig this as well. Although that's not really reachable. You know what, don't bother with that. Alright, let's see what happens. So you are protecting, but I don't believe you can actually... Well, you can get in here. You can't get in here. So that should be alright. And let's make sure we don't end up with any squids in here. Now, this is also actually a complete vacuum, so that's what we want at the moment. Ideally, I want this to stay a vacuum. What I would really like to do... is I would like this to come down here. And then we'll dig these bits. And we'll dig up the Tublia. And then we'll let the polluted brine pour down here. And we'll have this vacuum it out properly this time. That's the aim. It's now out of power. Why is this out of power? You're just actually out of power. Right. Leofar, you can have advanced schematics. You want another researching booster. So let's make another researching booster. We can make another 2 researching boosters, actually. Okay. And we'll obviously want to get in here as well. But I'm probably going to dig this out after we're all done with this. And the other thing is, I actually don't want the polluted brine there. So I think what I'll do is I'll leave this in here until we drain the rest of it, and then we'll drain this. I want to drain the liquid level in here below this point. What we got? A Bionic dupe. Over-engineered is not great. Masterworks is not great. Let's skip it. Let's get some more zinc. Yeah, well, this isn't going to cool if we're actually... Oh god, these are 3 tiles for the biodiesel now? There's way too much biodiesel in here. Okay, the good news is all the tallow, all the biodiesel, all the tallow gear balm is melted now, so we shouldn't have any more melting in here. Not really convinced we're going to condense anything over here at the moment, though. Is this a case where I temporarily remove these just so we can dip it down a little bit lower? I think it is. We'll put them back in later, once the tallow has frozen. That should be fine. And I need you to keep working on this room, that bit in particular. Okay, we dug this all out. That's good. Do we have any more igneous rock? Is there any easy rock? Oh, there is rock here. Okay. We'll definitely want to grab all of that. I don't really want to let that go, because this is a vacuum. We want it to stay a vacuum. Okay. Let's switch back over to the display capture. That was causing OBS some issues for a second. That was weird. Yeah, and what are we going to want in here? We're going to want an Aquatuner in here. We're going to want... Let's see, do we have steel? We didn't make a huge amount of steel. A gold amalgam one might work, because we're going to have a conductive liquid in here. So let's put that here. We're going to have some steam turbines up here as well. In terms of actually accessing that, I think it's going to be a case of coming over here and then tiling this polluted brine up so that we can get out of the way. In fact, I could remove that one for now. Then we should be able to corner build that. And then we can start pushing up through here. Oh, we got a squid in the room. Well, that's... Oh, you're protecting. Oh, are you actually going to beat people up then? That's not what I want to see. You're not currently. Doesn't mean you're not going to. You're all protecting now, okay. You'll probably stop protecting when I seal this step, won't you? Yeah, please stop looking at me, squids. I believe they can't get in now. No. Okay, that's good. We are safe. Right, let's see. Let's put in a liquid insulated pipe. Oh, I see. This is going to have to all be... Well, I'll think about this in a bit later. Let's put the liquid thermo sensor in here. That can go like that. You can reach that tile, so let's probably nine that as well. I'm gonna go back to looking over here. So this is coming down now, so this means the ethanol... Oh, right. Hold on. Release that ethanol. Should I just add... Should I just dump this ethanol in here? I'm sure that will help, won't it? I believe we're actually condensing some of the ethanol now, so this... could help? I guess we'll see. Give it a lick. Yeah. That just condensed a load of gas and then it's going to boil again. I think it will eventually sort itself out. Right, you are actually fully sealed now. I can get in here and build that. The problem is there's a pin pocket in the way. We could probably actually just leave that for now. That's okay. So now I can start getting up here and tiling this. And then that will mean I could start building the steam turbines. Obviously, we don't have the refined metal to do this yet either. I just wanted to seal the room in. Once we've actually sealed the room in... Yeah, let's just get this done. We can lower this brine level, have this be a vacuum, and then we can just put some sulfur in here, like a big lump of sulfur, and that will eventually turn into a liquid when this is geotuned. But I'm going to be honest, I don't think we're doing that today until we can get our Metal Refinery back online. I think that's sort of a chicken and egg situation now. What if I connect you up? We're not running the Metal Refinery. Maybe we're okay. Let's see. We'll leave it for now. I want to make sure we're actually getting power for everything. What we got? Grape glovelets. Okay. Cool. I do not care about that. I think we are just... Oh, wow. We've charged up 1.3 megajoules worth of power banks, and then everyone is at good vitals as well. Okay, that explains why we're running out of power. These are going to stop charging at some point. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's just work on this in the meantime then, because we know we want to do this anyways. Expelled gunk? What do you mean you expelled gunk? Oh, right, because we're not running the... Because we're not running the Metal Refinery. The gunk isn't going anywhere. Oh, that means you're... Yeah. Highborn Jace is not having a good time. So you're going to have soiled suit and gunk mouth. So that's going to be not good. How about we unequip your suit? And then we go sweep up that gunk. And then we actually go and repair that. We do have the reed fiber to do repairs. So it should be fine. You're having a deja vu with that build? Yeah. The thing I've learned, do not load this with like 5 tons of Tallow Gear Balm at once. Because it will overflow and then the ethanol will boil. Or actually, I guess the suggestion is, don't use a liquid that will boil in this room. I'm not convinced we're actually going to condense any of this at this point. Oh, you're talking about the polluted brine thingy. True. Yeah, we've done this before as well. Right, so... I don't think just dumping more heat into this room is going to help, though. Can I just build some ice temperature plates? I could build some ice temperature plates and then let the water out. I feel like that's not really going to work. I think we just have to condense all the gas. Let's put some ice temperature plates in here and see if that will help us. If anything, that might free some tallow, which might buy us some time. Good luck with that. Then, what else? You've got to repair the atmosuit, so someone's going to come do that pretty soon. Okay, you managed to get in here. That means I can dig this. That means I can actually dig... There's polluted oxygen in here? What? Oh. Does polluted brine off-gas? I don't think it does. Or I didn't think it does. Oh, there's some polluted dirt in here. Oh, right, from a rotten critter. Oh, God, okay. Well, the good news is this should stay a vacuum. Highborn Jace is now scalding. Yeah, you are not the dupe I wanted to go in here. I'm gonna have to yellow alert this, then. Where did the ethanol come from? It was the liquid we were using to cool down all of the biodiesel. But obviously that's not a plan that is currently working. Why are you fleeing? There's a poke shell here. Oh, you know what? We have poke shells. Get rid of this guy. Don't have the power to run that. We do. I'm just going to overload the wire doing it. Oh, hold on. I have some random plug slugs in here. This is probably something I should do, right? Just build a wire here. Yeah, have fun with that. Let's see if we can get some extra juice from these guys, just temporarily. There you go! Have fun. That's an excellent solution. Surely not a complete bodge. Right, there you go. Here's your repaired suit, sir. Okay, so... do I just want to leave the ice in here? Will that help to cool everything down? I'll just have Zarek build this. Investigate. Polluting pristine deep sea ecosystem, real life accurate game? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's fine so long as the polluted oxygen doesn't get in this bit. I probably shouldn't actually have this stay plugged in, but I will for now while we're trying to fix this. Now look at this. Look at the construction difference between an untrained Bionic dupe and a trained Bionic dupe. That's just ridiculous, isn't it? Right, so now that's water. There's some more ice in there. Because all I want to do is actually just condense the gas. If we can condense the gas, then the problem solves itself. The issue now, of course, is we've got to get the water out. But that might be something that we can actually solve later. Also, it looks like I can actually sweep the water out of this bit. So how about I just tell you to sweep that tile continuously? Yeah, you can see the ethanol's condensing there now. Interesting. Also, it appears that the webcam is blocked by a fish. They need to pump out some tallow first. Swallowed a spider to hunt the fly. What? I want to freeze the tallow. If we can get the gas out of here, we should be able to freeze it again. And then all the problems will be solved. We just need to actually get the gas cold enough. And for the most part, it is actually getting cold enough. We just need all of the ethanol. Because this is the region we're cooling. All of the ethanol should drift into these two tiles, like it did before. And then we can just cool everything down. It's a metaphor for solving problems with problems? Yeah. No, it'll be alright. The water will freeze too. So this will actually solve itself eventually. But this does mean that Connectian is going to be mopping this for a little bit. In fact, actually don't replace that tile now, because I don't want to let any more gases in here. There aren't any other gases in here, are there? No, it's just ethanol. Okay. I think at this point I can get you to sweep those tiles as well. Yeah, now we should actually be exchanging the heat between these two rooms properly again. This amount of gas decreases, so that's good. Okay, yeah, keep building those bits. We do need a bit more igneous rock. There is plenty over here. I just need to actually find a dig bit.
Hello.
Oh, hello! Nephilim, thank you very much for your 2 months of subscription. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for your generosity. As usual, 100% of the revenue generated by the channel is reinvested back into the channel. It's mucho apreciado. I think that will do as well. There's some bits we can grab. There's a fair bit over here. This is obviously very hot, so let's not grab that bit. There's actually a significant heat leak over here. Now that I think about it. The abyssalite is flaking. I should probably actually get you to build some insulated tiles here then, which is not exactly helping our situation. Okay. Well, you can dig that out as well. That's fine. And then you can dig these bits out. Yeah, hope you're having a good day, Nephilim. I do wonder how we get enough brine to feed Tublia plants inside of Aquatic start or no brine geysers. Freezing salt water, I think, is the actual answer. Yeah, the gases like to... Yeah, gases like to encourage flaking a lot, don't they? Let's keep looking for opportunistic igneous rock. That's what I want, and that's going to be kind of hard to find. There are bits in here. I could actually get you to dig this out. I think I will, because we're that keen for rock. Okay, what's broken? Oh. That's no good. I'm gonna have to separate these wires again, aren't I? Then I guess just connect this up here for now. I wish emulsifier could make brine. That seems like a bit of an oversight, to be honest. I wish it did too. Okay, this is now actually working, I believe. This will eventually freeze this, and then we'll get out of this hairy situation. It's just going to take a while. Is there anything else I actually want to... Can I dump heat in this room again? Is that worth doing? Probably not for now. What we do is sweeping this out again. God. I need to stop letting them do this. Gunk everywhere. Good. You need to empty the desalinator? Okay. We'll get one more suit repair done, please. I'm gonna get this working again, just so we can get the friggin' gunk disposal working again. Now this is actually cooling down. I think we've solved the problem. But I'm gonna have to add some more... I'm gonna have to add some more Tallow Gear Balm at some point to balance it out, but we're just gonna pump this lot out first. The weird system I've got here. I mean, to be fair, we do need the gold, so I shouldn't really be putting off producing more of it, but even still, it's a bit weird. But yeah, keep building those tiles, it's fine. Is freezing saltwater power hungry? Well, yes, it is. It's definitely power hungry. Freezing environmental saltwater isn't too bad. Freezing saltwater from a saltwater geyser? That's gonna take some doing. At that point, that's probably not worth doing. But what we could do is we could use the Tublias to make a stockpile of plastic. I guess the main problem is feeding them if you've got the glow squids and you're doing stuff with the glow squids. Am I gonna bother with the glow squids in this run? Do we desperately need squid ink? I don't think we do. Did you fix that? You did fix that. Okay. Put Mont Blanc back in the suit then. Yeah, that's gonna be okay. Temperature is very hot here now. would have liked to have gotten rid of this biodiesel here, but I don't think that's going to happen. I'm just going to remove you at the moment, I think. There's 2 tiles left here, and then we're okay on that front. Too bad critters could only heat things up. Unless you're spawning the cold critters. That's one advantage of spigot seals, but that's not really something I'm going to do at the moment, I don't think. Thimbleweeds are not really growing very well at the moment. They're too hot. It's more that we haven't actually delivered any natural gas up. Wait a minute. This should be a bridge. Okay, stop yellow alerting everything, please. That should be a bridge. That shouldn't have happened. At least the natural gas hasn't been backing up. But yeah, that would explain why we were running out of power a little bit. Yeah, I did do a video about goldfish cooling. You could do something similar with spigot seals, and I feel like potentially you could do the same with Rexes, but I think it's less useful because they breed so slowly. A cool critter would be one that actively does cooling. Yeah, I think that's a missed opportunity in the game. I'm sure it'll get added at some point. How much corallium have you got left to crush? Not a lot. We've been crushing all the corallium on the map to get lime. So we have nearly 2 tons of lime. I'm sure that won't come back to bite us. We got some water in here now. Okay. Bonbon tree. I shouldn't heat this above 100 degrees, otherwise we're going to end up with steam in here. So let's set this to 95. That will turn off the Aquatuner if it gets too hot. Oh. The ethanol boiled. Well, it should condense again. Oh, it's got some biodiesel flipped over here. Oh, I see. That's gonna be interesting. Look down for a lizard mammoth. Forevermore. I am forevermore. What about the Ice Maker loop? I mean, that does obviously cool stuff down. True. Squid ink can evaporate into carbon for the pin pockets. We're going to go that route. I do not. Sounds horrid. Again, once we freeze the water, this should make things easy. Do I think I'm just going to let this hang out now. Then we can empty this cold ethanol. Although, actually, that can get relocated in here and then emptied. Well, at least we're making plenty of rubber now. We've sealed off this whole top bit and it still hasn't caused any issues. Yeah, we've released the dupe from Mopping Hell, don't worry. A lava-eating critter plant would be cool. Yeah, I do want them to add some super hot critters. I think that would be fun. Right, looks like we've actually dug this up now. So that means I will need to tile this so that we can actually get a steam turbine in here. But that does mean, actually, you know what? Don't even bother digging that one. Oh, we'll need to dig it anyways, eventually anyways. But that should be sufficient for the steam turbines. And I probably won't get you to dig the back wall. Is the fish trying to eat the camera? The fish love to sit on the tank wall. They do tend to do that sometimes. It's going to be a lengthy process. Maybe I'll just relocate this in here. Although, actually, how hot is that ethanol? That ethanol is hotter than this. I could just boil it and condense it and delete some of this heat that way. Maybe we just leave it outside for now. I think we just leave it outside for now. Fish cleaning, yeah. Well, we've got some more gold. Should we keep working on the conductive wire down here? Because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get rid of the wire here. I think this will go here, 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 here. We'll get rid of the power bank charges at some point. And then this end is going to come out this way. And then we're going to send that up here. That's a lot of polluted oxygen. And that's eventually going to connect up over here. Well, I didn't see it very well, but I think it's one of those ones that keep the algae glassy. I mean, the Hillstream Loaches technically do that, but they're so small, they don't really eat a lot of algae, period. So... wishful thinking, I guess. Right, okay, this looks good. If we're going to seal this off anymore, we're actually going to have to get in here, which is going to be awkward. So I suspect what we would do for that is something along... okay, not... make it out of basalt. Be a friend. I think we would get in here and then we would tile this. Just to give us a bit more wiggle room. And then let's dig up the pin pockets. And we're not going to have to refine metal to do this for quite a while. I will get you to keep doing that. What's wrong with this? Oh, you're not actually dumping the gunk in at the moment. Okay. There. I guess we'll speed up again. Look how many power banks we got now. We made a lot of power banks. I could also make a Flydo. Do I want to make a Flydo? No, not really. Is there anything we desperately need a Flydo for? Not honestly sure. I think I'll leave this turbine now. I think that's okay. Yeah, power situation seems good now. If Flydos have a propensity to experience high tide, yes. True. Okay, I guess we just speed through it for a bit then. You keep building all these wires. We keep making more gold with the Metal Refinery. You do have to actually keep dunking gunk in here. Probably just give them less errands for now. We have got some researching boosters for you. That's good. No one else is in urgent need for boosters at the moment. I'm hoping we get another Bionic dupe. More gas. Okay. Well, that should condense pretty quickly. Well, if we've got more gas in here, I'm just going to tell you to empty this. I'm surprised we had that much ethanol in here. Is this actually going to condense? It looks like it is condensing and boiling, although let's just check that. It does seem like it's cooling down and then immediately boiling, which is what we want, so let's just leave it like that. I mean, this isn't helping us get more biodiesel, but it is helping remove the heat, so maybe maybe we've unintentionally got a solution here. As much as you love them, they do just randomly drown. Fair enough. Yeah, this is actually cooling down, and this is not heating up, so that's fine. Right. Keep going. I'm just going to let you keep going. The love problems will fix themselves. I mean, it is kind of why I put the ethanol in there. I thought that would eventually happen. We're just spending a lot of time on fabricate at the moment. That's okay. Yeah, you're filling this back up now. That's good. Ah, more Fanta, I think. That's, I think that's enough fish cam for now. It's hot in the UK still, but not as hot as in the Aquatuner room. I am kind of hoping we do something a bit more interesting today than damage control, but we'll see. Why not use Husky Moos? Oh yeah, let me just teleport a Husky Moo over. That sounds like a good idea. You have been summoned. No. Eventually. Okay, it looks like we're almost getting to the point where this is actually going to freeze. Good. Still can't really believe that's actually working. Maybe it isn't working. This isn't actually cooling down, is it? Do I need to tell you to stop making more metal again? I think I probably need to tell you to stop making more metal. I can get you to sweep up liquids here again. Will that help? Oh. You should be made out of... Wait, you're fine. Don't worry about that. I guess you are just sweeping up the gas. Oh, you're sweeping up the liquid ethanol at this point, aren't you? Yeah. I guess just do that again for now. If that actually helps it condense, then that's what we want to see. Let's go grab one with a carbon rocket. Not efficient, but fun. True. You're on mopping duty again. Christ, you sure are making all the corallium into lime, aren't you? Well, that's going to help our sand stocks as well, I guess. This currently isn't cooling down. A miserable mop dude. Yeah. But all that ethanol is nice and cool here. So then I can just release that again, and then that should help cool everything down again. Okay, so... This is a weird way of having this work. But I guess it does technically work. And then I imagine we'll start seeing it happen here again. I think moose can't be printed from the print interceptor. No, you can print gas grass. Yeah, that's true. How many microchips do we have now? Have you made a lot of them? Are we just using them to make a load of boosters? Actually, let's do some more skills. You can get the last medical booster. And you can get power banking. So we have 6... Oh, right. We have 6 electrical boosters. That's what I was doing. I was switching you... Not me. I was switching Kunactien over to electrical engineering. Again. And then, yeah, you are now going to be the operator. And you're not going to do the tidying, or the building, or the supplying. And then that should let us fabricate things a lot more quickly, because we are actually relying on fabricating stuff quickly in this colony. So that will do. And then we need to print a Bionic dupe. The game needs to offer me a Bionic dupe worth printing. And at this point, maybe we pick one even if it has a bad Bionic bug. Because these guys are literally just making boosters and all sorts of other things at the moment. And I guess making an absolute ton of rubber. We dug the pin pocket seed up. So that was this one. That's good, because I want to have a conductive liquid here for the steam turbines. That could be gunk. Actually, you know what? That's a really good idea. I'll just have a nice thick layer of gunk in here, and that will help get rid of some. You can't get a narcoleptic flatulent boop, sadly. No, I'm not sure that's a sad thing, for being really honest. I think the sweeping of the liquid here is actually what is getting everything to condense, by the way. So I think we actually do have to have a dupe come here and mop periodically. And then we're not running this again until I figure out a way to dump less tallow gear balm in here. We're out of tallow. We made it all into gear balm. Okay. Well, we'll get some more in a minute. Because when we mop the ethanol up, it's mopping up at 46 degrees. So this is clearly how we're actually going to delete the heat. Very weird. You actually mopped up these bottles too. Nice. Then we released it again. I can't wait for the organic processing hack booster, which allows us to eat rotten food to produce natural gas. That would be funny. That would be very funny. Yeah, there we go. Surely the addition of yet more ethanol gas will help. Anything else going on? I haven't got a secret task for them, have I? Oh, you're actually sweeping up all the gunk now. Oh, they are actually idle now. Okay. So in that case, I will just tell someone on non-yellow alert to start sweeping the ethanol again. Because that is actually working. I'm hating you for the 2 bits of metal in the electrolyzer room. Beggars can't be choosers. Right, if we're actually waiting for other things to happen while we're sorting this out, let's just do some research. What do we actually want to research going forward? Arcade cabinet? More morale buildings is probably a good idea at some point. This will get to freezing again pretty soon, and then we can stop worrying about this again. But in the meantime, do you guys have any plans for the weekend? What are you guys thinking about doing? Geotuning equip? The thing is, we need the refined metal for that, and for that we need to run the Metal Refinery. Yeah, we've got the rad bolts here. We are currently actively researching with them, so it should be fine. Bionic dupe. No. Swimwear. Not really what we wanted. Okay. I'm not super convinced. Let's just, I think I am just going to get you to keep sweeping this up forever now. Let's get all this ethanol out of here. Work. Oh, you're idle again. Okay. Ah, this is such an annoying constraint to have. I guess I could get you to dig all of this. Now, what would be the easiest thing for me to do? Probably like that. And then come in here and dig these bits. And then I'll just tell you to come dig this. Not that there's any real need for you to do this, but it'll save time later. Clear situation. Dupe stuck. No, this is intentional. The gas is condensing when the dupe mops it up, and then we're releasing it again to delete some of the heat. We just need... Oh, where? Up here. I don't believe they're stuck. I think they're just bored. I'll tell you what. You could do these tiles as well, actually. Although, let's do that for a sec. Then you can do this. Oh, I know what we should do. We should drywall everything, shouldn't we? The only thing is... do I actually want to commit to these rooms? Oh, these guys really are bored. I think I will. Let's get them to drywall the access shaft. So that can all be granite. Is there a better material nowadays? Probably not. I mean, wood if we had it, but not really. Is there a neutral drywall now? Is there a way to get natural drywall now? That's the thing. I don't know. What should we do? Should we do a special one? The just beachy? A warm sandy wallpaper. You know what? Let's do that one. So this is actually going to be where the access shaft is. So let's actually put it here. I guess they'll automatically dig up the... I guess they'll automatically dig up the other back walls doing this, won't they? Yeah, let's see how long it'll take them to do that. Yeah, that'll overwrite background. Good. We'll give it a go. Then I guess we've got to empty this again. Then that's all going to boil. That's going to delete some of the heat. And this is actually going to run again. See how that goes. Yeah, once the gas... Yeah, we just need to... We need to release the gas and then immediately mop it up again. And we just need to keep doing that. And this works more efficiently the more ethanol we have in here, by the way. I don't think... Can I actually add liquid ethanol as a resource here? .1 tons. I mean, obviously we don't want to dump 6.1 tons of ethanol in here. No, we'll just keep doing this, and I'll keep mopping it up like this. Oh, that's what it looks like. Cool. Yeah, the biodiesel is getting cooler, so this is working. It's just taking a frustratingly long amount of time. Now, we can do a drywall in here as well. So what will this be? We can make this... How about we make it the hexagons? Ooh, I like this one. Let's do it. Because this room is staying here no matter what. Man, I don't know. Use the temperature plate and just dump a load of heat into the rest of the base. What could be wrong? Yeah, I did think this was working, but now it doesn't look like it is working. I think I'm just going to have to let this get hotter. I think I'm just going to have to let this get hotter. I'm going to set this to 100. I'm going to set this... I'm just going to set this to like 150. They're so generous with the wallpaper in this DLC. Yeah. No, I'm just going to let this run hotter. We just got to freeze this. Once we freeze this, the problem solves itself, literally. We just have to get it to that point. And if that means we're going to end up with a bit of steam in this room now because of a little bit of liquid here, then so be it. That steam will condense when it gets over here, and then that water will reorganize itself again. We should have just done that from the start. Okay, well that's fine. You guys could just keep drywalling this in the meantime. We'll drywall this room as well. That sounds good, because the dupes do come in here fairly often. So the point is, there should stop being conductivity in here. Once we get the ethanol gas out of here, I think I just need to sweep this and just get the ethanol gas out of here. The less the conductivity is here, this should actually all freeze because there'll be a vacuum and there won't be any heat transfer. I guess we just got to have the gas out of the room for that to actually happen. This is going to be the most frustrating VOD today. Sorry for anyone who's watching later on YouTube. What about this one? How about the aqua bubbles? That sounds good. And then we can build all of these. What are we doing today? Oh, we're boiling and condensing ethanol manually. Have fun. There you go. And I'm just going to put them in here as well. It's interesting that there's a lot of different options, so you can actually make like little beachscapes. Always the same dupe mopping. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you're just going to have to keep doing that for a while, I think. If you corner hack with ice temperature plates, you should be able to cool down the pool while creating only a small pool of water to cool up. Doing the rest of the base. Yeah, we'll do that. Let's do that. Probably not the worst idea in the world. I guess what we'll do then is we'll make the drywalls priority 8. Oh wow, they already built them all. That's good. I guess. He likes mopping, but his face says otherwise. That is funny. Yeah, this is probably gonna be quicker than the other bit that I was talking about. All that sandy wallpaper can make us see back around with Celtic dish. Yes, I have seen people do that. The Aquatuner setup right underneath the printing pod stresses me out. Yeah, so, okay, the temperature plate melted. That, I don't think, worked very well. Oh god, okay, hold on. Alright, who told me to pour water down here? That was a bad plan. Oh my god. We got going on over here. You're gonna have to you're gonna have to keep mopping this again then. Yeah, good idea. We got like a degree of cooling out of that. It's the forever mop. It's back. We got lots of forever mops going on now, haven't we? There you go. You know what? Maybe I get you to mop the tile with the actual power banks on it. That would make sense, wouldn't it? That got it a bit cooler. I mean, that's one way to get clean water for research, right? Is this actually working a little bit? Oh, wow. That's a load of water. Well, you could just use that for research straight up, but let's actually get that out of here. To do that 100 more times and they're probably solved. It's pretty close to solved now. Although I think most of the ethanol has left the building now. Nah, this is alright. This is going to cool down the old-fashioned way now, I think. Just running this a little bit hotter than I wanted to is just what we needed to do. Well, that's one way to get clean water for research, isn't it? So, is there any water left in here now? No. Okay, that's good. You're out of corallium. Okay, well that's a good sign. I don't think I want to get you to make table salt. Wow, that looks really good with the trees. I think this might be my favorite new wallpaper out of the vast selection that I've looked at. We are going to have to get the steam to keep sort of reorganizing itself over here. Although, at the moment, it looks like it's all condensing and boiling in here, which is not what I actually wanted. Okay, you're actually shoveling some ice out of here now. That's good. It's fine. It's fine. Now, the other thing we could do is we could start draining the polluted water out of here. So, I think what I would do for that is I would actually come in here and I would dig that, and then that should be... That should actually be squid-proof. And then we'll dig a few more bits as well. So probably this bit. And then that bit. Yeah, let's do that. And then pretty soon we should be able to start dumping metal refining again. In fact, we could probably start doing that again now, I think. Let's start doing it again now. Did I actually say I was going to dump some gunk in here? I think I did. Do we have any gunk just available? No. Okay, that's... I should probably have a bottle... Oh, right. I do have a bottle filler. It just needs to actually... Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, let's put about 200 kilograms of gunk down here total. I think that makes sense. Will Minnow still be swimming? That's a good question, actually. What happens if Minnow isn't swimming? I've not even thought about that. Stop them from building the second one. You're going to flood them again. The second one. What second one? The temperature plate from earlier. Right. Sorry, I read that too late. Oh, he goes away and comes back if he flows 2 tiles back. Oh, that's what the exclamation mark thing was. Oh, so if we actually drain this of liquids, then we can't do the quest. Oh no. Well, I'll consider that later. Yeah, keep digging that. That will do, because gunk's pretty viscous, so... You can finish off, and then that's done. We still want to do the quest? We do. Oh, he's gone! There we go. Insufficient liquid for the dupe. Oh, look! This has started pumping again. Interesting. I definitely need to remember that. Okay. Yeah, now this is actually vacuuming out. And... I think this is a case where I could dig these bits as well. Right. Offer me a Bionic dupe this time. No? Okay. More oxalate. You are pretty cold now. That's good. Yeah, you can start making gold again, then we can keep going on actually building stuff. Probably won't do any more research for now, that we've actually got dupes doing other things. Yeah, this is draining out nicely. I want to take a big lump of sulfur and put it somewhere. We've got a big lump of sulfur in here. Do I need 7.8 tons of sulfur? No. Probably 1 ton of sulfur would be a decent amount. We'll just put that there. And then what I'll do is I'll have a tile... I probably don't need even this whole bit to actually be insulated, so I'll probably just do this bit. But we'll let the liquid drain out completely first. Although I will have to dig a few more of these tiles for that to happen. And then... I'm going to have to get a bit creative with that, aren't I? I probably actually am going to have to dig out these tiles just to make room for everything. Is that going to be a problem? Are you protecting? No. Okay. Leave that tile there then, and then I will get you to dig out all of these tiles. Would I be comfortable if someone used my discharge? Excuse me? It's the ominous question mark. Ominousness. I could dig this too. That's pretty reasonable, I think. Although now you can't actually get in here. So that is probably something I should have considered. Let's actually just put a ladder here then. Good news is, if it's a vacuum, this should all drain out properly. I am going to have to geotune this. Can we geotune it in 8.5 cycles? How much bleach stone do we actually have? Do we have any bleach stone? That would be in sublimators. No, we do not. Is there any on the map? Rust. There is bleach stone on the map. There's actually 400 kilograms per tile up there. By the saltwater geyser. Okay, well that's probably a thing where I should just get in here and tell them to do that. So that can go like that. And we can dig that. Oh, look! We formed tallow tiles. Okay, well that's funny. Let's put the metal tiles back in. You guys ever seen a tallow tile before? This only happens if you get it above 800 kilograms per tile. So I guess I'm going to need you to put those back. Obviously, you don't want it to tile up, because then you lose half the mass. But, well, it's better than the alternative. Oh, we can't get in there. I wonder whether they would slip on the tallow tile. Yeah, me too. Oh, you need to dig this sand. Okay, that's fine. How's the pearl situation looking? You're nearly done. Got a lot of angry poke shells in here now. That's fine. I don't think there's any other rooms I necessarily want to drywall at the moment. Although I will get you to dig all of this randomness out. This room will probably drywall later, but I need to figure out what other buildings we're going to put in there. Yeah, build another tile there. Dump in some more tallow, that's good. The ethanol can come out. Is that going to delete the ethanol? I didn't really want to delete the ethanol. We've got more ethanol in here again, though. No, it pushed it. Good. This ethanol is hot. I can relocate it in here, though. Let's do that for now. In fact, I'm going to yellow alert this, and I'm going to yellow alert this. And we should be able to pump this out of here again soon. But my question now is, why isn't this letting the gunk back in here? Oh, I know what's going on. I should be letting it out of this tank. How hot is this gunk? It's very hot. Okay. I'm gonna make this out of siltstone just because I don't want to waste a load of it. This is probably not how this is supposed to go. Oh well. We're just gonna get this running again. I was trying to actively cool down this oxygen as well. I don't think that really matters, right? I guess to lose half the mass thing is a heat capacity balancing thing, right? I don't know, actually. That's a good question. Why did they do it like that? This water in here is going to be a problem at some point. I don't know, maybe not. Just an artifact of our silly decision-making, I think. Oh, this... that should just dump onto here, right? This pipe shouldn't be here. And just build that one section, and then let's see how that works. We do actually need to dump some gunk back in here. This will prioritize dumping it from the drainer. Okay. I guess it's working for now. Ooh, this one looks good. I like it. I like the bubbles. Right, any more stations I want to put up here? Random stations. I don't know. Probably not. Yeah, looks like we've got plenty of eco power banks stored up now. That's good. The artifact analyzer? Yeah, maybe. It's not a bad idea. So this is going to activate in 7.7 cycles. And we need to actually make sure this is geotuned. We've got a tiny bit of gunk, brine in here. That's probably okay. Let's leave that tiny amount of brine in here. I think it's still actually draining off and it's just going to take a while. But let's leave it like that. The good news is, once we actually put the sulfur in here, we'll just have a room full of steam, and the sulfur will prevent the brine vent from overpressurizing. So this will just fill up with a load of steam. It might be a bit too hot for the aquatuner, though. So we might have to make a steel aquatuner for that. This is just a gold amalgam aquatuner, right? Yeah, we didn't need to make that out of steel. I'm beginning to think I shouldn't have actually bothered rewiring all of this yet. Because we're definitely going to want this metal for the geyser management, and we're going to want to get that online sooner rather than later. Although, actually, leave these wires in here for now. The geotuner is the most important thing. And we actually need at least 2 geotuners. I should make a room full of geotuners. Also, we're going to be filling that room with bleach stone. So, what is that going to look like? Also, did I dig up the bleach stone? Not yet. You're building this. Okay, that's fine. Get in here, do that. You can't actually reach that tile. In fact, you can't reach any of these tiles. Because you're actually going to have to get in here somehow. And I don't think there is any way we're going to get in here without a ladder. So let's just go ahead and put one in. And then, I guess, put one in here as well. And then you can dig this. I'll get you to put another ladder in here, and then you can dig this. I am just going to keep building everything on the left for now, though. So this is going to be a lab. Let's actually get you dug out. Properly. Why did I never actually do this properly? That should be fairly easy to do. And then we'll start tiling that again. Because once this room's in equilibrium, it'll be way easier to actually manage, so we should just do this right now. Then, for the actual Tublia growth, we would put the pump in somewhere. I don't know, probably just in here for now. Somewhere we can actually reach it, maybe. We could at least start pumping all of this stuff. Now, you're currently protecting, so we don't want to do anything over there. I think we've got the ice melting and reusing in there now, so that's not what we want. Is this liquid level actually lowering? Not at the moment. Okay. Let's print something good. Socks. Okay. Are you making these out of... Oh, don't make them out of basalt, you moron. Make them out of siltstone. That'll be a bit easier for you. Okay, so dig these out as well, and then we're just going to want to dig out most of this, I imagine. And we're going to want 5 Geotuners in here eventually, so probably I'm just going to have this go all the way over here. Is that going to be a problem? This doesn't need to be a room necessarily at the moment. This is 20 wide, so it will end up being this wide. Okay, let's just dig all of that out then, and then dig that. We can get into this bit again, that's fine. I swear you want to get gloves and socks? Is one of my gumwoods still drowning? No, they're just not fertilizing it. I don't know why. I guess we'll probably nine that. Can I actually... I'm just going to release the rest of this ethanol now. I do want the ethanol in here. Obviously, that's going to add some heat in. I'll be fine. I'm gonna get you to mop this up. Oh. Some of the ethanol boiled. Oh, that's because there's water shenanigans going on here, isn't there? This isn't the resumption of that issue. The main issue was that we had some water in here, period. I'm hoping that's actually just gonna get sorted out for real. I think it will once this actually freezes again. There's not enough ethanol gas in here for now to actually be a problem. Okay. Right. Let's see. Tile, dig, dig, dig. What we want to make sure is that all of the bleach stone is sorted out in an area where it's not going to be off-gassing. Bookshelf fell down. So let's dig that as well. Oh no, bookshelf's here. Okay. No, Slogo, you gotta get out of here. This isn't gonna be safe for you. Well, I don't know. Is this a self-solving problem? Maybe. Right, we have made 2.4 tons of gold, though, so we are actually cracking again. Maybe not the right word. Let's see. Geotuners. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But the issue with the bleach stone is... the bleach stone is going to have to be accessible and not off-gas. Now, the air pressure in the room might be high enough that it's not going to off-gas, but I don't want to count on that. If I put it in just a conveyor receptacle, it is just going to misbehave. And to be a laboratory, the room has to be at least 120 tiles. What I could do... I could submerge the bleach stone and mucin. What, just make a massive pile of mucin? We do actually have some mucin. We could have a go at that. We do want to set these all to the polluted brine vent, so let's go ahead and do that. And then we'll have to connect these with the wire as well. I'm glad we actually had enough material for this. Lately I've been using the storage tile, so it doesn't off-gas when it's in the storage tile. We could probably do that. Should we research the storage tile? I don't tend to do that, so let's give it a try. I need to make sure I'm still trying stuff that we don't tend to do. There is databanks, but that's fine. We have a lot of research. The storage tiles don't transfer any temp or let anything off gas. So what we could do is we could put a storage bin in, put an auto sweeper there, lead it through a load of tiles. Oh, well, how are we going to get it into the storage thing? Are we just going to let them manually deliver it? Maybe. No more Bionic dupes, feels very bad. Zarek can have power banking. Okay, well, everyone's getting power banking, that's good. We're going to see some very high vital numbers. We'll want some lamps in here. So that can go... I can make these out of iron, that's fine. And then that can just be... there. Will that do? Let's put it this side. If we can get power banking, does it mean we can get full cycle schedules? Yeah, maybe. Let's make some more metal again. This is getting hot again, but this is getting cold again. Okay, good. I think everything is actually back where we want it now. The ice isn't boiling. Hooray! We just have a big pool of hot biodiesel here. Okay. I'll take it. Yeah, these gumwoods are fine. Right, let's see. So I can go there, I can go there, I can go there. I do a chain of storage tiles. Basically, you also inefficiently take stuff from a submerged location to each storage tile using a priority system. Okay. We did, in fact, dig up the bleach stone. And that is, in fact, just lying on the floor, which is good. We dug up a clampum. Oh, no, we just got a new seed. Okay, that's fine. Right, bleach stone goes on the list. I think for now what I'm going to do... I could just put it in here for now. That's probably not the worst circumstance in the world. And they can manually grab some and bring it over. Yeah, we'll do that for now. Later on, I think we'll mechanize it with the storage tiles. We'll sort that out. So, put the bleach stone in here. Again, it's not perfect, but it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be a start. Because this is going to erupt in 5 cycles, and I want to make sure it's ready. We did dump the sulfur in here. That's good. Do I care about the rock? There's a lot of rock. I probably do care about that. So I will get people to come and pick that up and probably put that in a different storage bin. Let's actually put a tile here. I'll make Jaffa the sweep only storage bin for now. Kind of fun to see them take the stuff from one and put them in the other and be picked up again. There. But you're building that. Why aren't we making any more gold? Oh, there you go. I think we just queued up a little bit too much. That's okay. I think eventually we're also going to want one of these for the saltwater geyser, because... Although, actually... Right, let's think about this. If we boil both of these, we're never going to get any brine, so we can't actually feed Tublias. Can we pip plant Tublias? Is that a thing? Is there a brine geyser over here? No. Well, it feels pretty bad not getting the Tublias to work. I think we probably don't geotune this then. Right, this is fine. So you're full of bleach stone now. You're going to get loaded up with bleach stone at some point. Let's copy and paste your settings as well. And then let's keep building this. So that one can get removed, and then I can build one here. I think pips plant Tublias. They definitely plant the clams. Polluted Brine is exclusive to the Aquatic Planet. It is. The balance. It would be very silly if it wasn't. Okay, there you go. There's another batch. And that can get plugged in there. And then we can get this to start running. Now, is that going to lead to a load of chlorine off-gassing if we're just randomly moving bleach stone around? Let's see. Apparently not. This is actually good enough for now. Okay. I'll take it. So long as you don't accidentally drop any of the bleach stone. So, let's try all this room. We need to at least pretend that we're getting invested in this base, don't we? What other wallpaper do you want to do? The all-over wave? That sounds good to me. Let's do this. No, we are getting invested in this. This should work. It feels a little bit messy at the moment. It will get less messy later. I think, again, it's just part of working with a low dupe count. But the reality is there is actually a lot of stuff here that is working. The level of biodiesel in here is not really decreasing, though. Why not? I think the reality is this is just to not have a lot of extra cooling capacity. Oh, I'm not running this super cold. Let's actually run this a little bit colder again. So that this actually dumps more biodiesel in here. I want to get rid of some of this excess mass. The other thing I'm actually going to do at the moment, I'm actually going to make this a mesh tile just for now, just to let the rest of this biodiesel out. Because I don't really want this leaking heat forever. Although, that would actually cause it to leak heat directly. Maybe we just leave that for now, then. Because that is insulated from all of this. Oh, whatever. The hubris of man. Right, so... that is hooked up. So we're just going to start dumping steam into this room very quickly. But that should actually work. The only thing being, this is eventually going to need to be sealed with something else as well. You know what? What do I want this to be sealed with? I should put an insulated tile here as well, and then we could put some sulfur lumps there, and that could work. Although probably not, maybe not sulfur, maybe like crude oil or something. Oh, actually, you know what we could do? Very silly. We could get some plastic in here. Melt a plastic tile. Yeah, let's just literally build a plastic tile in here. That will melt from the steam eventually. And then pour down here. And then I think we'll just seal this in the meantime. And then that will form a naphtha lock. And then we'll be good. I just need to remember to actually seal that. So let's actually priority 9 that. And then I think we'll need to get back in here at some point, but not until this is melted. So I'm actually going to get you to priority 8 that tile. Well, that's actually priority 1 it. The last thing we want is a load of steam coming out of the abyss biome. And now, actually, I think what we do, let's keep making that wire. Because I don't want to have to keep delivering power banks down here the whole time. So this wire, I'm just going to send this way. And then, yeah, I'm literally going to just send it up here. So that can go up here. And that's going to take you a while to build, but that should be fine. And then we can stop delivering the power banks. We can actually use some of that power for something else. Now, are any of these too full? Should I connect these again for now? Let's do it again for now. Why are you not saying whether you're overloading or not? It should say whether it's overloading when we've got this map mode on. Oh. It was just actually... What? Weird. Oh, don't make this out of mercury. Don't do it. Stop. Get some help. Okay, let's just leave that for now. Speed up again. He's definitely not growing. That's because the polluted water is definitely a little too hot now. Is this actually running, though? This is running. Oh, the gas power isn't running because the vent is full. I could put in a high pressure vent. Let's make a gasket. God, where is it? It's here. Seems fine. Seems fine. Ooh, I really like this one too. That's very neat looking, especially for a Geotuner room. Hmm. Yeah, we could reach all of those tiles, right? I think this is a case where I would like to actually tile this and let the wire up here, because then we can get rid of this really long section. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to yellow alert these now. I guess I don't really care about the stuff in here, so don't worry about that for now. I like how this gum palm is still growing. That's funny. Wait, is this level actually lowering? Okay, this level is actually lowering. That's good. But if we're going to keep dumping heat in from this, I'm going to have to eventually dump some more Tallow Gear Balm in here, but not until the level's lowered. In fact, actually, Should I automate the auto sweeper here so it only activates if the level here is below 50 kilograms? I think that is actually a reasonable thing to do. Although, that might still overload it. The issue is, we've actually got so much Tallow Gear Balm now. Maybe that's not what we want to do at all. We have like 50 units of it. How hot is this these days? Not very. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, just keep building this wire for now. You're actually building that very quickly. That's good. Be an unreachable build. Hey. If you dig that tile, you can reach all of that. Right. So we'll get loads of steam. That will eventually melt the plastic, and then that will form an naphtha lock, and then we'll be all good, right? That's how this is going to work. We'll just have a room filling up with tons and tons and tons of steam. So this is now going to erupt 9.56 kilograms per second of steam at 195 degrees C. Or it's going to be 70% steam, 30% salt. So that is going to heat this room up a lot. That's going to melt this plastic, because plastic actually melts at 163 degrees in practice. And then when we're ready to get this set up again with the naphtha lock, we can just build all the turbines down there. Got some calamari. That's funny. We have no use for calamari. Okay, so now you should be able to get in here and build that. Let's just double check that. No, because you can't actually get through this bit. So I need to dig this bit. Okay. Wow, that's copper. That's a funny texture for copper in this biome. Very weird. Still no idle dupes. That's a good sign. I think I'm going to set this to 2 and 2 again. We don't need this to run all the time now. What Aquatuner will cook? That's true. We do actually want to make some steel for this, don't we? Hypothetically, I could just turn one of the turbines off. No, not one of the turbines. One of the geotuners off. If I do that, then it should only get to 100 and... it should only get to 175 degrees C. The issue with that is you're probably going to dump the bleach stone out. Oh, you actually picked it up right away. Okay, there we go. So now it's only going to come out 175 degrees C. In practice, the room will be cooler for a while. And then eventually it will get hot enough to melt the tile, and then we can get in here and replace everything. That sounds reasonable. Okay, what's broken? A wire. Okay, that makes sense. Disconnect this. Remove that. And then I'm actually gonna probably just unplug all of these. And then now we're actually gonna be able to run the drills properly. And we're gonna be able to pump the natural gas properly. But then we actually need to make that proper vent so we can run our natural gas power. So that's going to go here. There you go. And in the meantime, I'm going to remove another canister of carbon dioxide. And then we could probably set up a soda fountain and stuff like that. There you go. Have fun. Okay, what else do we need to do? We've got more gold coming in again, so that's hooked up. So now the entire map is hooked up with the insulated conductive wire. That's good. Except for this bit where we're actually going to have the steamed turbines. I could start making these. We'll need the gaskets, so let's make 4 more gaskets. Wait, hold on. How many gaskets again? 4 gaskets each. True. Okay, so that is 16 gaskets. I'm just going to make these out of rubber now, I think. Right. Bionic dupe. Beacons? That's funny. Probably not. Well, nah, let's get a shine bug. We've got beacons down here somewhere. Right? Yeah, we do. Yeah. Oh, there's another clam in here. Let's enable auto harvest on that, and then let's go grab that clam. I think, actually, I can literally just dig in here, and that should be fine. That should not be a problem. Okay. I don't think there's any point in removing those. I don't think there's any point in actually sending gas this way anymore. That's fine. There's a lot of gas building up in here. That's good. There's a lot of gas in here, too. It's not submerged because it's covered in mucin. Well, if we ever run out of gas in here, we can hook up another one. We did it. We delivered the pearls. And now we got an extra gasket. That's very funny. They're off. There they go. Out of here. We need 36,000 calories of sushi. Well, we're not going to do that anytime soon, so don't worry about it. Carbon dioxide geyser here is very funny. I should analyze this with some data banks, actually, shouldn't I? Analyze. I'm sure I'll remember to plug that up again. You could get improved gears, which means you get a construction boost, which means actually you're going to get a mechatronics boost. There you go. So you're going to activate in 2.7 cycles. Okay. Let's start building steam turbines then. We'll make these the Regal ones. This will be a lot of free power for the base as well. And I think once we've hooked this up, I think that's when we should start actually hooking up the Transformer Spine. Because then we're going to have natural gas power, we're going to have hydrogen power, we're going to have the tidal turbines. I'd argue that builder would also need an electronics one. Yeah. I could do that. Yeah. How many microchips do we have now? None. Well, what have you been making with all of them? Have you just not been doing that? No, you have been doing that the whole time. We have been tuning up all these tidal turbines. But yes, I agree. It would probably make sense to have our builders have both qualifications. Yeah, there we go. We can start thinking about that later. You know what? I'm gonna activate the other Geotuner just because we've got some rock in here that's going to get the temperature down to begin with anyways. I would rather melt this sooner rather than later, even if it means we damage this. Damaging this doesn't actually matter. So this is going to be actively cooled, so we're going to want the radiant pipe to run along here as well. We'll do that once we built all the turbines. Leofar can have improved gears. I think I will also just... I will dig this. That's not going to cause any issues. And then we'll seal this up in a bit. Oops, also delete that dread you feel when you need to build automation. You know that no operator is going to build it willingly. The hardest part of getting Minnow is the research for caviar, also sometimes mealwood. Yeah, that was the constraint last time. It was actually just growing mealwood on this asteroid. Which felt amusing to me. I'm just going to suppress current on these now. I don't care anymore. Right. There you go. I guess, let's see, who's protecting? You just ate. You're not currently protecting. Now, we have got this whole region here, which is pretty isolated from the squids, where I think we could set this up. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to make you out of gold amalgam. This actually just looks like a case where I could just start growing them in here, right? Like, let's not be super silly about this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, we could just have auto sweepers again. This is fine. So, that is 9. We could have 1 down here. That could reach all of these. Although, if I'm going to do that, I might as well just have the pump down here. Okay, so... Pump can go there. Liquid pipe can go here. I'll probably grow another row of these as well. Yeah, it would be silly if you could find a polluted brine vent anywhere else, because this is a clear cut above the other geysers, I think, in terms of overall utility. Well, maybe not. I think it is, though, because, like, you need it to grow this plant. And the brine that you get from the regular brine geyser needs to be heated up quite a lot before you can feed it to the Tublias. It's gonna take a while before we have the metal to build all of this stuff. We'll just get them to keep making the gold. We do actually need to keep digging up more gold amalgam, so I should remember to keep doing that. That's okay. There is plenty. I think I've established I don't care about the nits. Yeah, you're fine. Once we run out of gold amalgam, I think we'll just start refining zinc. There's so much sulfur. Yeah, but it's busted compared to the brine geyser in terms of sustainability for geotuning. It is. It's so easy to geotune. Geotuning this gives you enough bleach stone to geotune other geysers as well. Like, it's not just like... I mean, the regular brine geyser does give you a profit, but you still need to actually get the salt out of it. It doesn't just boil out. And the saltwater geyser doesn't actually profit in terms of bleach stone. This one does both. It's crazy. Right, power banking for Connectian, that's good. How about you? Yes, we still need to do you. How many... Do we have any Tublias seeds? Not really. But we'll do that in a bit. And then I think what we'll do is... I'll put one here as well. And then I'll probably just have another 2 gap here. And then just more Tublias up here. That's going to stay sealed. Maybe we'll just do it like that. That's not actually what I wanted, is it? Oh, I need to dig these tiles. Okay, we'll do that. That's 17 Tublias. That's a bit of a cursed number. Oh well. But that means I can put the conveyor receptacle for the sulfur in here. So that can just go... I should be making stuff out of galena. Should I actually be refining... I should probably be refining the galena into lead as well. How much heat does that generate in the metal refinery? Oh, that makes sulfur too. Oh. Oh, it only generates 3.2 kilojoules of heat. Wow. Okay, maybe I should have been doing... Maybe I should have been doing this the whole time. I didn't even think about that. But that does actually make sense. I mean, there's no reason not to, right? You can just fill it up and do both lots. Yeah, I'm going to get you to do that. I really don't think there's a reason not to do it. And we are kind of almost running out of gold now. Does it mean lead suits are up for grabs now? I'm pretty sure you can't make Oh, lead suit is in the radiation suits. Not renewable, but very strong. Yeah. That's fine, I think. We're out of gaskets again. Really? Do you need to make more gaskets? No? Well, there you go then. Save the boot. What? Oh. You were supposed to build. Oh, don't build that out of zinc. Build it out of galena. Then I think what we'll do there. Okay, so that means I should probably put a mesh tile here, right? I will need to get rid of that gas. That was not particularly well thought out, was it? Lead, new resource. Very cool. Literally. And the sulfur's not bad either. Because that can just go straight into these. If I actually... Oh, wait. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. I've got a whole conveyor thing down here that we're not actually currently using. For sulfur. Let's just do that. Let's just make it out of sulfur. So just put sulfur in here. Okay. Gives you a lot of lead and sulfur by the time you process it. Yeah, I mean, that will help save errands, won't it? Then maybe eventually we'll get this hooked up to the microchips making again. You're going to erupt in 0.5 cycles. Okay. I've actually done goofed. That's fine. I can sort that out pretty quickly. But what I will need to do is I will need to do... that. I will need to do this. I'll need to put some ladders in. That should be fine. But that needs to happen, like, right... Well, it doesn't need to happen right now, but it needs to happen when we actually put the turbines in. Because that was always supposed to be the edge. I'm not moving all the other stuff. And that means I can get rid of this as well. Why ever use nits when mimickers exist? Dirt income. If you're pollinating a lot of plants, the dirt can be significant, but then you can just pit plant the mimickers. But then you have a lot of pit planted mimickers because they don't grow very quickly. There is a way of doing it efficiently with nits, but I really don't like them, so I don't really want to recommend them to people. Why use nits when you use bees? That's exactly my logic. I think... So there was... I can't remember exactly who made it, but someone made a very good video about nits and using them for lure plants. And it was a good build. It was better than mine, frankly. But the crux of the argument was that it was easier to do the beaters, and I just don't believe that's true. I don't think beaters are that hard to set up, and it's ultimately what you want to do. So, yeah, that's my thought on that. I guess I'm going to build these from the other direction then. So that's going to go 1, 2, 3, and then get rid of this one. Don't come up here and shoot me with ink. I don't want you to do that. Wait, did you actually get shot? I think you might have actually gotten shot. Wait, can you actually shoot outside of the liquid pool? We confirm the back wall doesn't transfer heat. Oh god. I mean, I don't think it does transfer a lot of heat, but you probably shouldn't have built all these tiles over the back wall. But I'm definitely not changing that now. Right, let's get rid of this as well, and then that can go here. You're going to erupt in 0.4 cycles. So, obviously we can't get in here now. Polluted brine level has dipped a little bit. You know what? Let's get in here and start doing that now. Go for it. I believe in you. Perhaps not necessarily a yellow alert, but I don't want to keep meddling with this. The insulated tiles still insulate effectively. But I should have gotten rid of the back walls. But this definitely isn't going to happen now. Right, okay, so you are going to put this back here now. Do I have time to build the rest of the infrastructure? Probably not. We'll wait for this to boil now. I just wanted to make the actual space clear. Printables, that's actually relevant. Sweetles? Sweetles is not bad. There is definitely a use case for them. Maybe. We know that from playthroughs past. I think I had the back wall go from the magma chamber of the volcano to the exterior without problems, but I only had it behind insulated tiles. Oh. Yeah, that sounds alright then. It's gonna erupt, and it's geotuned. This is not very conductive, so maybe that is actually gonna boil that. I'm not sure whether it's gonna melt the sulfur immediately. I guess we'll see. Yeah, there we go. Steam. Steam 4 days. There's going to be a lot of steam as well. Are you actually trapped? No, we actually just ran out of errands. Well, that's a good sign. Lots of lead. So, let's make these wires out of gold. And then I think what I'm going to do... There is a tile here. Is this permanently what I'm going to do with this wire? Probably not. But it is what I'm going to do for now. Then lead can just go here. Oh, whoops. Yeah, you're right. Wrong wire. Wrong wire. Now that is a force of habit. That is actually a force of habit. Right, I guess make it out of plastic, because we're in the Tublia zone, right? Hilarious. Why do I have 72 cal if I only have Bionics? Oh, it's these are all the non-perishable foods and a couple of other ones. You want me to borrow you? Connect, yeah. We've been using your services all day. Oh, this is actually overheating now. Okay, well, I'm not worried about that. We'll just have you break and then we'll make you out of steel. I guess then... Oh, this is about to overheat. You have to make it a lot... Okay, you know what? I think it's a sign that I'm going to turn this off. Stop making gold, start making lead. I borrowed time for you to play the game. Oh, fair enough, fair enough. What's going on with your game? Nematrek. Oh. Oh, we're done! Okay, well, I'm not going to worry about Nematrek then. Let me shut my... It's dark. We've still got some time, so I guess we're just going to keep building the wire. This is overloading. This actually does have to boil at some point. What is this? Some kind of non-conductive situation. You have too much life lately, so you have no time for gaming. Oh, you don't want that. Sulfur is not going to heat up anytime soon, is it? This is a moment where I wish I could build a temperature plate and make it out of sulfur. Okay, the good news is the plastic is heating up now. So is this actually going to melt into a naphtha tile like I asked it to? That would be ideal, really. Oh, you're trapped. Oh. No, you're just out of errands. Okay. Well, now what do I want you to do? I actually don't know. You know what? I'm going to get you to come up here, and then you can build another geotuning suite, I suppose. Because we're going to want to do that at some point. Congratulations on your watch streak. I just want to watch this melt. Should happen pretty quickly. 163. Okay. So we got naphtha, we got naphtha. Oh, the naphtha went on the wrong tile. I think this should be okay though now, because we got the naphtha here. The naphtha definitely won't break. So now we can actually get in here and start adjusting things. So let's actually put the radiant pipe up here. Gold would definitely be better than lead for that. I will start making... You know what? Let's keep making lead. I'm going to start replacing these wires with lead, I think. But yeah, let's do that. Replace all of these wires with lead. And I was going to do this tile as well. So I'll put a wire in here, make that out of lead. And then I can rip up this gold wire. Accidental bead pump. Something has happened. Right, I need you to swap... I need you to sweep that, and then I need to dump the... Oh, right. The naphtha has ended up down here. Can you sweep that very quickly, then? That is potentially asking for trouble, so maybe I shouldn't let you do that. Why am I making you... Why am I making the freaking conductive wire again? It's not what I wanted to do. Right, there you go. You need to dump the naphtha up here. And I need to not keep letting the steam through. So that naphtha needs to get relocated here. That naphtha could stay there, that's fine. And you're done. Okay, that's good. Oh. I see what you mean now. Right, empty this. I don't want to leak all this heat out into here. I really, really need you to empty that so we're not just dumping steam into here. Okay, and then... I probably will just delete that steam. That's probably fine. Did I intend to use plastic instead of rubber for the wires? Yes, because we have plastic down here. I wanted to make it a bit quicker. I don't think we're going to be constrained on plastic on this run. I'm going to put it that way. Right. So now you need to remove that. And then that is vacuumed. So now this is properly sealed. It will be properly sealed once we've got the sulfur melted. So what I will need to do... We've got a lot of salt dumping here. I think this is going to sort itself out with the sulfur eventually, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. My favorite thing to melt is lead wires and tamers that somehow broke. Yes, that is indeed the hubris of man. Oh, you know what? I could fit the other Tublia here, couldn't I? That should be another Tublia. Okay, so... that wire has been built. Oh. I see. Okay, so this needs to be insulated. And then that could get cut, that could get cut. And I can remove all of that. I was kind of hoping there was something we could do over here that we don't need to do. You like to place wall toilets in your steam rooms and they occasionally melt. My favorite plastic to melt are park signs. Okay. Right, that should end up being enough gold to place this pipe here. This water. Am I just going to dump it back in here for now? Do we actually need the water at the moment? No. What would we use the water for? I don't know. So I think I am just going to dump that back in here for now. Probably just on the thing. Let's make that out of galena. Is there no lead in the Aquatic Planet Pack? Well, there is galena, and you can actually refine that into 87% lead and 13% sulfur. So that's what we're going to do. And then definitely start making Tublias. And then the sulfur is over here. So what I actually want to do here is I want to put a conveyor loader in this bit, which we'll do soon. And then you can keep making the wires. And then we can keep replacing the gold with the lead. And then we can start making stuff out of gold again. We could have melted some mercury there instead of some sulfur. True. Let's do that. Let's just put the sulfur there. And then let's just build a mercury temperature plate. That will actually work, because it doesn't get above the melting point of mercury. Wait, we can't build a mercury temperature plate, can we? Is that a thing? Oh, we can't build a mercury temperature plate because we don't have any mercury. Well, let's just put a pitcher pump here, then. No, it's actually fine, because, like, the mercury won't get above 400 degrees. I could just literally put that right here. Very good idea. We didn't have mercury last time, so we used sulfur. Oh, look! The unknown duplicate is back. Funny. Oh, you are going to have to actually get here to remove that tile. That's actually an interesting quirk that we can put ladders in here. You'd have some solid mercury if you freeze it. Oh, don't make this out of... Well, I don't think it matters what you make this out of. It's still going to overheat. I'll just yellow alert it. We'll do it that way. Liquid, mercury, not mucin, enable auto bottle, yellow alert. Wait, do these not overheat anymore? Maybe they, I don't think they ever overheated. Okay. Well, it doesn't need to be urgent then, but I guess Connectien can do that now. There you go. That will do. I guess do that relocate now. No, don't do that. What? Oh, we had one wire segment that was the wrong wire that broke. Okay. It's the pitch pump that can overheat? Yeah. True. Okay, there we go. There's something going on here. We got some polluted oxygen here somehow. I can't believe it. Well, I can believe it. Ugh. Right, good news is I can seal all of this, and then we can let the polluted oxygen go up here. It always happens. You always get at least one tile. Because, like, once you have the liquid in here, the polluted brine and the polluted water boils pretty much immediately. But before then, you still have a little bit come in. So, to clarify, this didn't come in from outside. This was generated by the vent. But now we have the mercury in here. This vent won't ever overpressurize at all. Yeah, so go ahead and do that. Go ahead and build that pipe. Go ahead and build that wire. The polluted brine actually flashes to polluted water before going to steam. Yeah. You got the two different boiling actions going on. So you got the salt coming out, and then you got the dirt coming out when it spreads out. It should still happen instantaneously, but it doesn't happen quite instantaneously if you haven't got the liquid in here, so that's what happened with that. So let's actually get rid of these 2 tiles. And then that polluted oxygen can just end up over here, and that should be fine. It got in when the plastic melted, the liquid tile allowed the gas in the airlock to move diagonally. Oh, maybe you're... Yeah, that could have happened. That's true. But you can dig this back wall out as well. Oh, we got some proper polluted water in here now. Really? I guess the one thing about the mercury as well is it does actually conduct heat with all this basalt here. It's going in the Minnow area. If you lower the liquid level past where Minnow is actually there, you need to get the liquid level high enough again to get her back in. It's quite amusing. Okay, now this is definitely some that's off gas. That's alright though. Okay, so pipe's going in there. This is just going to be insulated pipe, so that's going to run like that, probably. That was a lot of igneous rock. How about we do that as regular pipe? I'm not going to take Minnow. I am going to take Minnow at some point, but it's not high on my priority list with all the Bionic duplicates. Our base is not really set up for organic duplicates these days. All the naphtha ended up down here. That's terrifying. You were right about that random liquid heat pump situation. The mucin is going to keep the natural gas over here trapped, so I think I'm going to dig those tiles and let that liquid flow down here as well. Something like that. I hate that now you need to bridge the cooling loop in the steam room. The steam turbine room. Oh, we'll put a bridge here, don't worry. I'm just sketching it out. That's fine. You don't want a bridge ever going through insulated tile because that leaks heat right out of one room to the other. And the pipe isn't so bad, but if you do it with a Y, you're a dead man. Dead person, I guess. Right, okay, so that could go down here. And then I'm actually going to need to make some more of that. And then that's going to go back up here, probably. So I think what I'll do is I'll send that into the bit here. That could bridge. I did see someone do this with a valve the other day, built into this as well, so that the entry and exit paths were the same length. That does solve an issue I was worried about for a while with that build, about it sometimes overfilling. But I don't always want to take up the space with the valve, and oftentimes we're actually okay, so that sounds like a case where I'm just going to ignore it and hope that it works out. Okay, that's some more igneous rock. Ari, the no overpressurizing. How does it work if its interaction tile is one higher than the mercury? In this case, the mercury is actually just the conductive medium, so liquid-to-liquid interfaces have a 625 times conductivity bonus. So the liquid... You still... I think the tile of interest is here, but I think if it doesn't spawn there, it actually tries to spawn in any tile in the diamond around it. That's what I've heard. All I know is we've had this with one layer of liquid and it has worked in the past. I mean, I guess we'll see, because we are going to properly fill this up with steam. Looks like the polluted oxygen just deleted itself as well. Yeah, all I know is I don't think I've ever had this not work. I think you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a load of basalt temperature plates in here. Because there's a load of basalt in here. And I kind of want to get rid of it a little bit. This naphtha isn't going to go anywhere. I could actually make this a metal tile. Or a regular tile. And then we could put another temperature plate here. I don't think I really want to bother with that yet. So that's going to go up there. We'll get some more pipe and put it in there. And then that can connect up there. That's just going to be keeping the steam turbines cool. I mean, we could probably fit a little bit of cooling in elsewhere as well. Because these are not going to be self-cooled steam turbines. But yeah, we are just going to let the steam pressurize infinitely in here until we actually need to do something else with it. There's nothing wrong with having temperature plates against non-functional insulated tiles. That is true. We could just do that. Get rid of that. Tublia is actually growing. That's good. Now, if we have a look at the farm station, I don't believe you can micronutrient fertilize Tublias. I think they thought that was too powerful, so we don't need to worry about that. It might take us a while to actually get all the Tublia seeds, so I will just queue this up, and eventually it will happen. Although, you will need to get rid of that ladder. And you will need to get rid of that diamond tile too, now that I think about it. But if you put a ladder there, that should work. I guess this is going to be the thumbnail today. I wasn't fully intending to have this actually get done today, but, I mean, it did get done, so I can't really complain. I'm going to get you to build these segments out of lead as well. And reclaim some gold. God, I should have thought of that way earlier. That would have saved a lot of hassle with this biodiesel. Although, how is it looking? Yeah, it's not actually that hot at all anymore. That's good. Good. Maybe we can even make some Tallow Gear Balm again in a bit. I'm going to get you the skill because it's only one morale point. Imagine seeing a squid starving and seeing a sea of Tublias through a crack of the wall they can't fit in. Yeah, we're exactly. We are definitely taunting the squids this time. I don't think I have any overwhelming need for squids. Seems good to me. What else do we want? We got a coal back wall. That's fun. I will definitely want to put a drill in here as well. We do have the gaskets, and we do have the metal, so let's go ahead and do it. I think I'm just going to put another gas pump in here. We're going to combine that. Now, you're okay at the moment. I don't want to lower this... Oh, I just realized. We are going to gradually just be lowering this liquid level, aren't we? Am I at the point where I want to dump the rest of this in now that we sealed this off? I'll tell you what, should we save this? I'm going to save it, and then we're going to dump this polluted brine in. Now, there is some polluted water here as well. I think I actually just want to tile this up. So let's tile that up. There are multiple accesses, after all. And then we can dig in here, and we can let this all out. If we do, the water will push into the steam room. Yeah. Very slowly. Will it actually push the naphtha up? I think it will. Or maybe we won't do it then. Okay, let's just leave it for now. I'll make sure that these are priority 9 and these are priority 8. So we'll plant these Tublias first, and then we'll decide what to do from there. I will open that up. That's looking pretty good. This is definitely just naturally bead pumping the naphtha out. That is very irritating. I'm gonna have to tile this, aren't I? That's fine. That's so irritating. This has been such an irritating stream today. Sorry. You'll have to forgive me. I don't know how two or more liquids interact, but yeah, one liquid will make use of the communicant basis principle. Just very slowly. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Well, you're erupting now and you're actually behaving now, so that's good. I probably don't need any automation on these. I think I just want these to run all the time, always. What I do want to do is I actually want to make some steel. The annoying thing is, I did actually still want to get some of this pumped out. So I'm going to set this to -30. I'm going to set you to 175. So we can actually get some more of this pumped out. You're back to your engineering studies? Nice. That's good. Can I just get you to make 12 lots of steel? Is that going to be too much to ask? I'm imagining so. Oh, well, we're out of iron anyways. That's no good. Well, I'll get you to make... If I get you to make... It's probably 9 lots of iron, isn't it? Beetle eggs, okay. I still need you to actually pump more biodiesel into here. And then we can insert more Tallow Gear Balm again. In a very controlled manner, so we don't have a repeat of the start of the stream. Right, the dupes are doing alright. That's good. I need you to get up here, so let's actually put ladders in here. Although you can't actually get in that way, can you? Something like that. It's funny, the squids should technically be able to fit through the gap, but their navigation doesn't actually allow it. So you can separate them out from spaces like that. Feels bad. Although he's not aggressive at the moment anyway, so that's good. Right, so we're going to put that there. We're going to put a gas pump in here. That could probably be gold amalgam. That can have an Atmos sensor hooked up. That can just go here, I guess. Oh, this liquid level... No. This liquid level won't ever actually drop because we've got the mucin in here. The mucin is actually forming the seal for this. Oh, we need to cover it in liquid though, don't we? Oh, God. Can a dupes not swim? No, not at the moment. I haven't given them any swim hack boosters. Didn't really want to add the stress at the moment. We're going to have to cover this in liquid again to get it to work. Well, we're in a pickle then, aren't we? You know what? Don't worry about any of this. In fact, actually... Why did I get you to dump 600 kilograms of... That's from the Tublia, isn't it? That's not from me. Yeah, the drill needs submerging. I'm going to worry about that later. We have plenty of power sources hooked up. I'm going to be completely frank on that one. How hot are you now? You got one more lot of iron to make, and then we need to make 12 lots of steel. That's gonna be the killer, I think. I'm gonna set you back to -15. Let's get some of this pumped out of here. That wasn't very much at all. Turn this off for now. It's looking very hot, isn't it? The 10% recycle, it's easy to offset. Yeah, it's not too bad. You could get them to do it. You know what? We probably have the microchips too. Let's make one suit training booster and then one swim booster, and then we can at least try it out. Just high morale is enough? Yeah. We'll try it out. There's no reason not to try it out. Oh, you're overheating now? Oh, God. That's true. Right, I'm gonna have to reload you then with a couple of them. Only a couple of them. Oh, wait. Let's try that again. A little bit longer than that. Let's try that. Yeah, that'll cool it down a little bit, and then that shouldn't break. That's gonna melt very quickly though, isn't it? Yeah, that did actually cool it down. I don't think we're gonna make enough steel though. Maybe. This has started to cool down a little bit. You know what, actually, I could do? I'm not sure it's reasonable. I could put a tile here and a tile here and let the liquid level build up 3 more layers. It seems like a really bad idea, though. Look how hot that gunk is. Yeah, that's a good amount of steam in here now. Keep building those pipe segments. Oh. The gunk is just exploding in the thing now. Well, that's fair enough. You turn that off. No, I don't think it can, no. This is, seen it. What is that? Oh, okay, that's nothing to worry about. That might have to be a problem for another day. I guess we go back to Galena for now. So, what this means is we can't run the steam turbines at the moment. So we got this set up, but we can't run the steam turbines. I'm just going to make you out gold amalgam. I know this doesn't actually matter, but we've got it right there, so that should be fine. We just dump our heat in the steam room. Yeah. We can set up a metal refinery here and start dumping heat down here. That's fine. It's gonna all normalize at 195 degrees C anyways. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Do I have time to do that now? Maybe. It's not the worst idea in the world. Where would I want to put this? I'm kind of thinking right here. So let's put some tiles in. I think this ladder would need to move over a little bit. If I put the metal refinery here, we can do something with that. Okay, let's figure that out. Let's figure that out. We'll keep this one to just the galena to lead for general use. And then we will actually do the steel refinery down here. And that is probably actually worth having a thumbnail of. And we've got a little bit of time, so I think we can do it. And the dupes are productive, so we might as well. Okay. So put that back in there. That should not be made out of coquinia. We have 600 tons of coquinia. That's funny. We need to boil some of this again. It's going to overheat again if we do that. Maybe we stop making the metal in here for now. This is way too close to the line. Hello, Engineer Troy. I'm loving how Boops did all the work we did in the last day of the last colony in 10th of the time. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's a 10th of the time. Like, we set up all the ranches for a reason last time. We're making a lot more oxygen and that sort of thing. Oh, you're trapped? That's true. I did actually need that ladder here. These are going to be tiles. This does not need to be insulated. I guess just make regular tiles here. That's a vacuum. I probably should keep that as a vacuum. Let's leave that. We were doing a metal refinery for our biodiesel. I'm going to move it down here now. Now that we actually have a steam room. This makes more sense. We do not have a lot of extra heat capacity just in the middle of the base. I'll make this out of igneous rock as well. We can plug this in here. Make that out of lead. And then we could actually put the lamp and stuff in here, because what I could do is I could do the tiles here, I could remove that, and then I could put the automation sensor here and the lamp up here. Okay. Don't make it out of iron. Yeah, but I further remember them dropping stuff on that hell of a path all the time to go live. Yeah. Tublias are growing. They grow quite slowly. The Aquatuner is still overheating. Well, that's fine. Aquatuners can take a lot of damage before they overheat. Well, they can take a lot of damage before they need repairing. I just need to make sure they're not repairing it. Then we need to get this all out of here. So do actually just freeze it again. Oh, God, what a palaver. This whole stream has felt like a banana, a palaver today. But we have learned a few things, and we have gotten stuff done. I'm not going to pretend we haven't gotten stuff done. This is very important. That being said, we're not actually using all of this natural gas power anyways, so maybe it's not that important. It is loaded of salt. It's something... to be honest, it's probably most important just for the fact that we can actually just dump the coolant from the metal refinery in here really easily. Because literally all I'm going to have to do is put... we're going to have to get some more insulated pipe again, though. So we're going to have to keep finding more rock to dig up, which means probably getting in here. Oh yeah, there's a load of rock in here we should grab. There's all that. Yeah, go ahead and grab all of this. And then grab all of this as well. We're just completely mining this out. We managed to do stuff while fixing problems. Yeah, that's the best way to be, isn't it? That'll do for now. We will get this hooked up at some point, but I don't think it's a huge priority yet. What's flooded? What? How dare you? I do actually need to do something about the slow go. Oh well. What we got in here? I tend to put the better buffer factor of the metal refinery in the steam room instead of cycling it. Yes, that's a good idea. We can do that. So this overheats. We'll have to make this out of steel to do that, but we will make a lot more steel doing this than we were going to do the other way, so I think that's fine. So that's going to go there. And then this could be a this will be a radiant pipe up here. This will be a radiant pipe just to bleed the heat out into here. Maybe we'll need a few more radiant pipes than that. Maybe we'll put one there as well. That could be a regular pipe. This radiant pipe can come back here. And then that can come through here like that. And then I'll put a bottle drainer here and we'll fill this with something good. Although, actually, where will I put that? I'll probably just put that here. No, don't make it out of mercury. Stop making things out of mercury, please. Does the liquid in the tank exchange temperature with the steam? No! Liquids in liquid reservoirs do not exchange temperatures with their surroundings. It's kind of weird. Also, we're over 500 kilograms per tile of steam in here, and this is still erupting. That's good. You can't get in here. Oh, because you're building the tile. Oh, because this tile's in the way. Well, that makes sense. Then you need a lamp, so that's just going to go here. That wire can go there. Running out of mercury to accidentally build things with. Good. And then we're just going to dump more gunk in here, because frankly, I just want to dump... I just want to dispose of gunk. I think that's allowed. And then I think what I will do is... Ridge here. Ridge here. And then that way, it's always going to prioritize dumping out of the thing instead. Then that can go like that, and that can go like that. They actually do exchange heat with their surroundings, but it's at the rate of debris, which would make it rather slow. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Alright, and then you are going to be iron and steel, and we're going to do this forever. Now let's go back up here, because this is still complaining. We actually lowering the level of biodiesel in here? We are. So that means I could probably dump another Tallow Gear Balm in here. Just one or two. Expelled gunk. Yeah, I do need you to actually do this occasionally. I'll get you to keep doing that. You need to actually empty your suit then. And then I'll need to get that fixed. I'll need to sweep all this up again. Funny things is that liquid nor gas will change state inside a building, so steam can become 20 degrees C, and it'll change state only in output pipe. Yeah, that is interesting. Okay. It must be pretty close now, right? Just that one pipe segment, and then we should be good. The contents of a reservoir act as if they're a bottle sitting on the tile of interest with the reservoir. I see. There we go. Look. It's power. Self-running metal refinery. Pretty much. Right. Gunk can go in here. Enable auto bottle. It would be fun if you could feed these gunk. I know it wouldn't be very balanced, but it would be fun. Ready. Obviously, the Aquatuner isn't running yet. You're going to have to actually build that now. That's fine. I made a slight error.
Thanks for the raid.
Hello, Carrie, actually. Hope you're doing well. Let me give you a shout out. Can you guys spot the error? We can boil the gunk and give them the sulfur. Yeah, yeah. Minnow has been replaced with a Metal Refinery. Wop wop. I think Minnow can actually move a bit when built over. Oh, there you go. Thank you very much for the subscription on YouTube, YS. Enjoy your time on YouTube. Hope you're having a pleasant day. Okay. Is this actually going to run then? So I want to get this to... What temperature do I want this to be? Probably about 60, right? Don't think I need it to do it any better than that. Minnow can enter the Metal Refinery pipe. Oh, there she is! Minnow's just like, help me. Yeah, we've been having fun today. Ugh. We had a right pain because the biodiesel actually overflowed from this thing into the ethanol tank and conducted a load of heat when we didn't want it to, and that was really bad. So, we've switched to galena to lead on the Metal Refinery here, because this only makes 3.2 kilojoules of heat, which is kind of crazy. I didn't realize it was this good. The fact that you can metal refine galena for 87% efficiency with almost zero heat is crazy. Oh, God. Okay, look. I'm gonna dump more gunk out of bottles to get you fixed. I'm gonna have to get you sorted out too. The jawbone does not look very happy when this is happening. Right. Then you need to fix that as well. Is it close enough to zero heat that you can use mercury? I think yes. It is like a factor of 4 less than gold. And gold is just at the limit where mercury will gasify in one go. That's quite entertaining. Bionic dupe? No. A grilling booster? Well, if you say so. I've earned a skill point. Congratulations, me. That's another construction booster for me. There you go. We found more use cases for mercury. Yes, very good. Can't believe Minnow got canned. Yeah. No, it's all good. Yeah, she's fine. Right, so this will work once you've actually built the tank, right? So this is going to lower the temperature in here eventually. Is there a limit on what I actually want the temperature in here to be, or do I just want it to get to 125 eventually? I don't know. It doesn't really matter. This is just going to fill up with liquid forever. This is just going to fill up with steam forever. Are you actually trapped? No, you're just bored. Okay. Well, that will solve itself eventually. Is there anything else I want to do for now? I was going to drywall this bit as well. I'm not sure what buildings I'm going to put in here yet, but we can do that. How about the Regal Neutronium one for this? I know it's not from this DLC, but it's the fancy route. Fancy people. Right, and then Nematrek can get back in this. Okay. Don't you want to cut pipe so gunk doesn't suck off heat off steam room? No, no, this is fine. The gunk will eventually be hot enough that this is worth it. We're going to run the actual heat-intensive metal production down here. So I don't think it matters. Each time we're making a load of stuff, it's going to heat up by 200 degrees C. So it's going to get to 370 degrees C. It should cool down here quickly enough that that won't be a problem. I'm almost certain that's not going to be a problem. Right, you're overheating again. Well, soon we should actually be able to replace you with steel, and that will stop being a problem, but that's not actually what I wanted to do here, really, is it? How's the oxygen levels looking? Oxygen levels are looking good. We did calculate that properly after all, that's good. Well, someone's got to actually dump the gunk so we keep working in here. Oh, I see what the issue is now as well. We're prioritizing the gunk up here, and we're running this to actually run our bathroom lead. What I could do is I could set this to priority 8. Because now we have a second place to dump the gunk. Aren't the steam turbines going to throw a fit now? There is so much steam in here, the temperature is never going to get above 200 degrees C. This room is infinitely pressurizing with steam. We're not actually pumping it out, and it will erupt forever because of... Actually, it will stop when this reaches 1,000. So what we actually need to do... I actually need to put the liquid vent on the liquid so that it doesn't overpressurize. That is a good point. So I need to put that here, and I need to put the bridge here. Okay, so that's going to go there, and then that's going to get done immediately. You're still doing the research, okay. And then I'm going to have to put the liquid vent here too, and then you're going to have to build the insulated pipes here. And then I guess I can can that, and then I guess I can remove this. And then you can remove that. I thought it'd be neat to put it next to the thermal aquatuner, but it probably isn't as important as actually just letting it bed somewhere properly. But yeah, because we've got the mercury in here, this will actually just infinitely sort itself out, and now you're going to run again. Good. Okay. Did you actually just do that drywall immediately? You did. I'm impressed. I mean, I guess I can get you to dig... I don't really want you to dig those tiles, though. What do I even want you to do now? I'll tell you what, how about you just dig over here? No, I don't want you to do that. I guess I could get you to dig this iron. Because we will want that eventually. But I think it's probably time I get a thumbnail shot and we wrap it up. I would like to involve Minnow in the thumbnail shot. And I would like to actually get some metal made. But you need to actually dump the gunk in here. But can you actually just prioritize this? No, there isn't any gunk to dump. That's the whole point. Minnow should be the focus of the thumbnail shot if you ask me, yeah. Right, let's just empty this again. I think they are just actually not producing enough gunk for that. I'm probably at the point where I should just be... Okay, this is actually going to recirculate, that's good. I'm probably at the point where I should just dump some of the gunk out of here. Oh well. We at least need enough to get this loop running. And then this is going to be active for another, what? 73 cycles? Yeah, that sounds good. And in the meantime, we've got 10.6 tons of salt in just the time this has been active. Oh, we've run out of geotuning material. Ah, that is true. We do need to keep digging more bleach stone. Okay. That is going to be a task. Yeah, that is going to be a task. There is a little bit more in here, but not a lot. I could get over here pretty easily. And why do we have such a gigantic swathe of sand here, by the way? It's kind of rude. I guess I'll get you to keep digging this out then. And we'll need a ladder in here too. Completely gusted geyser. It wasn't 5 times geotuned. It was 5 times geotuned. It's just not anymore. We need it to be at least 2 times geotuned to turn into steam. Otherwise, we're going to have problems. If it could do all of that with 1 geotuner, that would actually be like a game balance problem. We are going to have to get through at least a fair bit of bleach stone. Although I guess I should probably dug up here as well, shouldn't I? That could work. You guys are still idle somehow. I'm gonna get you to keep digging this sand over here. I thought you were using 2 geotuners. I missed the part where you added another 3. I think that was originally the plan, then I changed my mind. Yeah, you're gonna have to load those geotuners, like, right now. So currently it's erupting. It's still hot enough in here that it's not a problem, but this is something we're gonna have to fix sooner rather than later. So now I think we're at the point where we need to build the Bleach Stone Hoppers. And that's something we'll do next time. Yeah. But I'll get them to dig this in the meantime anyways. I guess that means just dig all of this. And actually, you know what? We can just dig all of this. Yeah, you're back to the proper level of geotuning now. I think this is worth celebrating. I think we're just going to have this be the thumbnail, and I think we're going to ignore Minnow. No, we can't ignore Minnow. But I don't think we're going to have... I don't think we're going to have the dupe operating the Metal Refinery, because we need to just dump a bit more gunk in there, and it's going to take some time. But, yeah, that's certainly something. We've learned a few lessons today. Broken. Oh, right, the Aquatuner. I'm going to need a remake queue. I'll save it here so we remember that. Eventually. Dartle farm? No, no dartles for now. It's alright. We'll probably need a Gilgo farm. We will definitely do a Gilgo farm eventually. Do we still have that squeaky puffed? I think we do. Yeah. Well, thanks very much for hanging out today, everyone. I appreciate it's been a bit of a frustrating experience today with the Biodiesel Thermo Aquatuner and us having to spend a lot of time fixing that. But we did actually get down to the Polluted Brine Vent, Geotune it, get an absolute ton of steam for steam power. And we will eventually figure something out with that. We have plenty of power sources now, is what I'm trying to say. We just need to get enough gunk in the coolant loop for that Metal Refinery, and then we should be able to make loads of steel as well, and keep the Galena Refinery in the main base. Bad enough to geotune all the geysers on the star map with the dartles. Yeah, that's true. The dartle video will come out on Sunday. Pretty happy about that. But if you're still here, from Carrie Actually's Ray, thank you very much for sticking around. I do appreciate your company. Feel free to give me a follow on Twitch or subscribe on YouTube, and you'll get notifications when I go live. I'm very much enjoying the Aquatic Planet Pack. We're starting to get there. I need to get more Bionic dupes now. We have plenty of oxygen production. We have plenty of power. The rough edges of the base are getting smoothed over. So we're at the point where we can start expanding properly again, and that will make things go a bit faster. The Rex video is on the horizon. I can't tell if it's getting close from here though. It won't be the next video after Dartles. I'm going to do a video about the Polluted Brine Geyser, because frankly, we're doing it. You should be prioritizing it for either Tublias or steam power immediately, like no matter what. So that's definitely going to have a video about it, and that will come out next week. And then the Rex video should actually come out on schedule then. Because I think I originally said the Rex video was going to come out mid-August. But yeah, there's a Discord as well where we talk about video games. One more question before we go. Any of you guys interested in Victoria 3? Just wanted to float that. Because I'm kind of interested in picking it up again for another run. I think the DLC has been out long enough now that Paradox have fixed all the bugs, right? Anyone anyone aware of that? I love Victoria 3. But don't know. You play Victoria 3, fun but repetitive? Yeah, I would say so. I think it is definitely a game best played in small doses. Or like, play a playthrough, then give it a big break, and then come back. But obviously not great with how quickly Paradox released DLCs, but like, I don't know. I still like it. I'm gonna go raid Stinger's Playground again. We'll go see what they're up to. You're more into EU4? I do have EU4. I never picked up all the DLC for it, though. One run every once in a while is good fun. Yeah, we'll see. Because I think a lot of people find it useful on YouTube as well, learning how to play a certain nation from the start. Because that game is very complicated, and the opening moves are by far the most important. So I think there is value in doing that. Anyways, have fun everyone, enjoy your weekend. Anticipate the Dartle video. Bye for now.